Hey guys, welcome back to Shortcuts to Success, where I, Randy Vieru, share with you how to achieve professional chefs and bakers' recipes. Between running behind on buying gifts and RSVPing to all the holiday parties, you are probably in the same position as I am with figuring out what to do and what to bring to those parties, which is what has inspired today's recipe. For today's recipe, we're going to be making a roulé de framboise or a raspberry rolled cake. This cake only has 5 ingredients and it whips up in less than an hour. To save some time, I am using both my stand mixer and my hand mixer, but if you only have a hand mixer, you can also achieve this recipe. You will just have to make the yolk and sugar mixture before you make the egg whites and sugar mixture, just because it tends to deflate a lot faster than the other. And you can follow the rest of the recipe just as the same. So if this is something that you're interested in, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I drop a new recipe. Without further ado, here are the ingredients and the recipe to follow. In your stand mixer, combine the yolks and small sugar quantity. Mix on high until light in color and doubled in volume. It'll take about 5 minutes. At the same time, in a large bowl, beat egg whites on medium speed. Once frothy, gradually add the larger sugar quantity in 3 parts. Once all the sugar is in, mix on high until stiff peak and glossy. This will take about 3 minutes. At this point, both mixes should be ready. This would also be a great time to preheat your oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Mix in 1/3 of the meringue into the yolks to loosen its consistency. Then add the rest of the meringue and fold gently until almost fully mixed. Sift in the cake flour and fold until almost fully mixed. Drizzle in the melted cooled butter off the spatula to avoid the stream to go straight into the bottom of the bowl. Then you want to fold to fully combine the cake batter. Pour into half a sheet tray that has been greased and lined with parchment paper. Using a large offset spatula, evenly spread the batter. What I did here is that I pushed my offset spatula to touch the side of my tray. That way I could keep a steady pressure onto the cake batter. Sorry I was not able to capture it, I didn't realize it, but what I'm doing is that I'm running my thumb alongside the tray to clean up the border and to ensure an easier unmolding. Now it's ready to bake for 10 to 12 minutes depending on your oven. While my cake is baking, I mixed the filling by adding some warm cream to loosen the cold mascarpone cheese, and then I added the jam all at once and I mixed it to combine on medium speed. This is optional, but to ease the process, I poured my filling into a piping bag and then I let it rest into the refrigerator. If you don't have a piping bag, you can cover your filling with plastic wrap and put it into the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. Now what I'm doing is I'm damping a clean kitchen towel with some water, and then I'm adding a parchment paper to receive my cake once it's out of the oven, and I'm sprinkling some sugar on top of it. Once the cake is out, loosen the sides with a small offset spatula and flip it onto the sugared parchment. You really have to do this with all of the confidence in the world. Carefully remove the parchment the cake baked on and flip the cake back. Roll the cake into the damp towel and let it rest in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. If you have more time, you're more than welcome to just leave it at room temperature, but in this recipe, I wanted to show you guys how to achieve this in less than an hour, so I put it in the refrigerator for 10 minutes. Once it was completely cooled, I unrolled the cake and then I filled it with the raspberry, leaving about 1/2 inch border at the end of the roll cake. Then you want to carefully roll the cake without pressing too hard so that the filling doesn't come out. And then with the seam side down and away from you, using either the tip of your fingers or the blade of your hand, I don't know what to call this part, you pull towards you to tighten the roll so that you don't have any gaps between the rolls and the filling. And then you want to let your cake rest in the refrigerator for about 5 minutes. That way it'll be easier to maneuver and decorate. So once it's a little bit firmer, I cut the edges. And for the decoration, I am using some of the filling to help adhere some of the chopped pistachios, and I am topping it with some melted candy melts that I had around. You can also sprinkle some powdered sugar if that's all you have. It will look very pretty and it will taste just as delicious. And there you have it. You can chill your cake until you're ready to enjoy it. There you have it, guys, my super easy raspberry roll cake. This will be the best cake to bring as a dessert if you're going out or if you are receiving people at your home and you don't have to fuss too much about the dessert. And for the filling, honestly, I used everything that I had in my refrigerator. I'm going on a long trip, so I want to just empty out my refrigerator. But if you only have jam, then by all means use that instead. You don't have to use the mascarpone. I just wanted to incorporate some of the flavors that I have in my refrigerator. This cake is a little bit on the sweeter side, so you want to pair with a nice hot tea or a nice and strong after meal drink. If you do decide to reproduce this recipe at home, please make sure to tag me at SureCrestToSuccess on Instagram. And if you have any questions, please make sure to add them in the comments below. And share it with anyone you think would enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers!